Hare Krishna. Om Gyanatimirandasya Gnagna Shalakaya Chakshurumiritamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobistan Stabita Mena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadambaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vesnivam Shri Rupam Sakarshtam Sahagna Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sdvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padna Sahagna Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Shcha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinaban Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrishapanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Today is a day of Srila Rupa Goswami, Tirubhava. I don't know, I think it's disappearance day of Srila Rupa Goswami. And I will just try to glorify him with singing, with a trial to sing Shri Upadeshamrta. And yes, before that I will try to sing the Pranam mantra of His Divine Grace Abhayacharna Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, of His Diksha Guru, His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada, and Mahatattva, Panchatattva, Panchatattva mantra also. I will try to sing, and then I will try to sing Shri Upadeshamrta of Srila Rupa Goswami. Just it will be very, very short today. And in the next days, I will again try to read from these beautiful books. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now I just have to find the Shambhrita, just a moment. Oh, there is something. Sorry, I will not sing Upadeshamrta. Oh, sorry. Uh, just a moment. Oh, yeah. Upadeshamrta. Oh, sorry. So, this is the first one. Vachuveka manasakrodava jivaveka udapashtaveka etam vedaya vishatadira sarvamapimam prativiseshishyat vachuvega manasavega krodavega jivavega udara pashtavega etam vedaya vishatadira Dira sarvamapima prithivim sashishyat. You all know the translation of Upadeshamrta. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, when not tolerate actually, who can actually a sober person who can control the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. You all know verse 1. Now verse 2. Atyaha Atyahara Atyahara Prayascha Prajalpunyanagraha Janasangachalaracha Jadbibhaktirvinashyata Atyahara Prayascha Prajalpunyanagraha Janasangachalaracha Sadvirbhaktirvinashyate. Verse 2. One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following six activities: eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required, over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain, talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters, practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, being greedy for mundane achievements. Verse 3. उत्साह निश्चय दैरत तत्कर्म प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागत्सत्तुरित सद्भिर्भक्ति प्रसीदति उत्साह निश्चय दैरतत्कर्म प्रवर्तन सङ्गत्यागत्सत्तुरित सद्भिर्भक्ति प्रसीदति. Translation. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service: being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, being patient, acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna, abandoning the association of non-devotees, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Verse 4. Da, da, da. Akyati prijati bhukti bhujayate chaiva sadvide priti lakshana dadati pratignyati guhyama kyati prijati bhukti bhujayate chaiva vida priti lakshana dadati pratigyanati guhyamachati prijati bhukti bhujayate chaiva vidya priti lakshana. Oh, Господи, Господи. Translation. Offering gifts. Well, all the translations are from His Divine Grace Abhayacharya Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasad, and offering prasad are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. This was verse 4, now verse 5. Krishneti, Krishneti yasya giritamana satriyeta dikshasti chet pranati pischa bhajata isham shushrusheya bhajana vidya ananya anyanindati Krishna, Hriday Mipsita, Sangala Translation. One should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name of Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation, diksha, and is engaged in worshipping the deity, and one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in um, undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. This was verse 5, now verse 6. Trista свобожденita вопушеча души, не прикрыта твами объекта дженася пашу, гангабаса нака. Buddha fina pankaj Brahmadrava tvama pavachati niradharma Triste svabhava janita vapusha chadasai na prakrita tvamiha Janasya Pasha Gangabasa Naka Buddha Brahma Bhanga Brahmadravatva Mapaga Chatinir Dharma. Translation. Being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with the body. Such a devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee having a body born in a low family, a body with a bad complexion, a deformed body, or a diseased or infirm body. According to ordinary vision, such imperfections may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee, but despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the waters of the which Ganges, which sometimes during the rainy season are full of bubbles, foam, and mud. The Ganges waters do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding would bath in the Ganges without considering the condition of the water. This was verse 6, now verse 7. Сят Кришна Намакарита Дати Сита Приhavидя. Sorry. That's a Krishna. Sorry. Сят Кришна Намакаритати Сита Приявида Пито Патата Расанасya Naruchikana Kita Dana Anudinangala Sajusa Svadvikrama Bhavati Gadamavantri. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet, like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice or avidya, what jaundice of avidya, ignorance, cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. This was verse 7, now verse 8. Kirtananu Smrityorkramanarasena Tistan Vrajetan. Sorry. Yes, okay, another thing. Tannamarupakarithari sukirtanan Srityurgramena rasena manasineyoja Tistan vraje tatanuragi jananogam Kalanaya Akilamatu Upadeshamrta. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraj, Goloka Vrindavana Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. Verse 9. Vaikuntha Janito Vanamadupurita Trapi Rasotsavatrinamana Udarapaniraman Tatrapi Govardhana Radhakundantapi Gago Pate Premamrita Bhavanat Guru Asya Viratat Girita Se Vivekina Vaikunda Janita Paramadu Puritatrapi Rasotsava Rindaranya Mudarapa Ramanatatrapi Govardhana Radhakunta Tapi Gokula Pata Premamrita Plavana Kuryatasya Virajata Giritata Sevan Vivekinataha. Translation. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura. Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan because of Krishna's Rasa Lila pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhana hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna, and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kunda stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radhakunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhana hill? What is this strange sentence? No, here it is said actually, what intelligent person um, will not save? What intelligent person will not serve um, in Vraj, the divine couple, and um, will not reside of on the bank of Radhakunda. What intelligent person will not serve the divine couple? This is actually the last sentence. Here is some straight sentence. What is that such a sentence? When then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radhakunda, which is situated at the foot of Gurdana hill? Yes, well, the meaning of this sentence is actually um, that actually who is an intelligent person, this person will want to serve the divine Radhakunda and the divine couple. This is something like this. The meaning of the sentence. Now, verse 10. Karmibhya paritohare priyataya vyaktimya jnanenastevya jnanavunta paramaha premantanistastata devyastapashupalapankaja Trishastebhya Visaradika Prashta Tatvadiyantadiya Sarasita Nashrayaka Kriti. So this is the most beautiful verse, actually. Verse 10. In the Shastra it is said that actually all the verses are very beautiful, but just I like this verse so much. For me, this is the most beautiful verse. In the Shastra it is said that of all types of furtive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Krishna. Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, Gyanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. He is superior to the others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees. So, again, I read here. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees. That means they are exalted above everybody else. The gopis are the topmost pure devotees, and we see how Srila Rupa Goswami says this in verse 10. of Sri Upadeshamrta. So, okay, they are always, the gopis, they're always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. So that means Srimati Radhika is the topmost pure devotee, the topmost person uh, compared to any other person, and Srimati Radhika is in the first place, on the first place in the heart of Krishna. It is said here, as you see, as you hear, it is said here in verse 10 of Srila Rupa Goswami, verse 10 of Srila Upadeshamrta of Srila Rupa Goswami. Her Kund lake is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis, Srimati Radhika. Who then will not reside at Radha Kunda and in a spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feelings, Prakriti Bhava, render loving service to the divine couple of Sri Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Astakalya Lila, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radhakunda are the most fortunate people in the universe. This was verse 10 of Sri Upadeshamrita of Srila Rupa Goswami, verse 11. Krishna Syocha Pranaya Visati Prayasibhyopi Radha Kunda Kasyamuni Avitatrike Vyade Yat Prishta Apiyo Asulava Kim Punarbhakti Bhajantat Prema Sakrita Sarasnatu Aviskaroti. Of the many objects of favor, delight, and of all the lovable damsels of Rajbhumi, Shrimati Radhika is certainly the most treasured, well, actually, the most treasured object of Krishna's love. That means Krishna loves Radha more than everybody else, and Radha loves Krishna more than everybody else, with the highest love in all the worlds, Unata Ujvala Rasa, or um, Madanakya Mahabhava. Shrimati Radhika is the topmost pure devotee. So also in verse 11 it is said, and in every respect her divine Kund is described by great sages as similarly dear to Krishna. Undoubtedly Radha Kunda is very rarely attained even by the great devotees, therefore it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. If one simply baths once within those holy waters, one's pure love of Krishna is fully aroused. So, this was Sri Upadeshamrita of Srila Rupa Goswami. Jai Srila Rupa Goswami and uh, his I think disappearance day is today. I'm not sure if disappearance day or disappearance day. I think must be disappearance day. Jai Srila Rupa Goswami. If I try to say something, um, I'm not trying to instruct anybody. I'm just only trying to understand those topics, Vedic literature, Vedic poetry, and comments on them. Of course, one have to try to understand those topics under the guidance of teachers, under the guidance of Diksha Guru and Shiksha Gurus, all of you who are devotees in Rupanuga Bhakti, you are devotees in Raganuga Bhakti, devotees, well, actually all the devotees of Lord Krishna, and especially the Rupanuga Bhakti devotees of Lord Krishna, you are all my uh, my gurus. You are all my well my shiksha gurus. Dandavat pranam to all of you, greetings to all of you, and humble obeisances to all of you. Vanchakalpatarupascha kripasnupe vachapatitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your attention.